G'day guys, Greg here. Now it's cooking time, and today, well, I'm going to throw together a really delicious, creamy, garlicky, and parmesan cheesy potato bake. Now these are super easy to make and taste amazing. Let me show you the ingredients I'm using today. Well, for this, what you're going to need is, well, you'll need some potatoes, of course. I'm using probably 5. I might use 4. I might even need 6. A large onion or 2 small ones. I'm just using this garlic from a jar. I've got a big thing of cream here. Some Parmesan cheese and some normal tasty cheese. Some salt and pepper. You probably need something to mix some stuff in. And you'll need a baking dish. This one's a pretty big one. Now we'll be cooking this in the oven, so you could start by preheating. This is fan forced, and I'll do it about 180 degrees Celsius. That's about 350 Fahrenheit jingles. Right, let's start cutting some stuff up. Now with your potatoes, you just want to cut them into nice thin slices. The thinner the slice, the creamier it will be. You don't want them thick though, because, well, it won't be as creamy. And it won't be as tasty. Now with the onions, you just want to do exactly the same as you did with the potatoes pretty much. The thinner the better, because they'll really just dissolve. If they're too thick, well, they'll stay a little bit crunchy. So if you want a little bit of crunch in there, then, well, you can throw the onion in whole if you want. And I'll be leaving them in the rings as well. Now grab your pouring jug here. It's got to be bigger than the cream container, because you're going to pour all this cream in this, into this container. So I told you it's going to be creamy. And now we add in as much garlic as you want. That's probably 2 or 3 cloves, that one. That's probably 4, 5, maybe 6. As garlicky as you want it. I just find if you mix it in like this first, it makes it way easier just to pour over evenly. And if you really wanted to, with the Parmesan cheese, you could even pour some of this in here as well. You don't need to, but I'm just demonstrating. You can if you want, and give it a mix through. And that'll give a nice even distribution as well. All right, let's start throwing this together. Now first I'll put some spray in here to stop the potatoes from sticking. You could use butter if you want. I probably should have. But now we just layer the potatoes in. Put some onions on. And pour in some of this cream mix. Not all of it, not yet, just some. And if you didn't mix in the Parmesan, now's the time just to sprinkle some of that just over there. And now we go, the next layer of potatoes. Onions. I might mix it up and put some Parmesan. And some more garlicky cream. And here we go again, some more potatoes. I'll just use up what I've got left. It's about 3 layers of potato bake. You can make it 4 if you want. 1 more onion. We'll finish off with the cream. And now we just get the normal cheese. And finish it off over the top. Oh, like during the layers as well, you could probably crack some salt and pepper. I forgot to mention that. But it should be okay, because the potatoes will sort of reduce down and it'll just all bubble together anyway. Just use the whole bag up. Right. Just spread that cheese out evenly. And there we have it. It's looking pretty good already. Mate, I could eat it like that, I reckon. It might be a bit crunchy though. Now this is going in the oven, and well, you can either put some foil over the top if you don't want the cheese to burn or anything like that. So if you do put some over, see, I don't want it to stick to the cheese either. So we'll just fold that under, and we'll just put the foil on for about half the cooking time. And the foil will help the potatoes steam inside and get much softer. Now the oven's preheated. Stick that in. And all up, you want to cook it for about, well, between 1 hour, could be an hour and 15. You might want to turn it off at an hour and 15 and just let it sit there for another quarter of an hour. So you just got to keep your eyes on it, that's all. But what I will do is put the timer for half an hour, and after half an hour I'll come back and take the foil off, and then I'll just cook it for another probably 40 minutes after that, and it should be ready. Oh yeah. Alright, well the first half an hour's up, and I just want to come in here and hope that this hasn't stuck too much to the cheese. Nah, not too bad. And it's looking pretty good, so I'll just leave the alfoil off now. And I'll come back in another half hour and check it, maybe even 40 minutes, and it should be cooked. Oh mate, the smell in this kitchen is amazing. Alright, well, that's an hour and 10 minutes, and take a look at it. Oh mate, oh, it smells so good. Now if you want to check if it's ready, just grab a fork and stick it in, and if it goes through pretty easily, you know the potatoes are cooked. Now I'll just let it cool for a while before I tuck on in for the old taste test. Mate, I am absolutely starving. How creamy does it look? Okay. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. That tastes amazing. It's so creamy and delicious, and the saltiness on this is just right, and oh boy, the potatoes are cooked well and the onions are soft. Mate, what more do you want? I want to finish that whole baking dish off, that's what I want. And I probably will. But there you go, it's such a simple, easy recipe to make. It tastes so good. And if you get invited somewhere and you need to make something, mate, make that. It costs next to nothing, and it's really simple and easy, and everyone will love it. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time I cook something. See you then. Ooh, yeah.